Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone to Never Alone Live. Today is a special day. It's the day before Thanksgiving. We're in the month of November, so it is going to be our gratitude meeting. As always, we're joined by Krista, who's the Sober Barbie. I'm Johnny. We have with us the original, the OG, the starter of Never Alone Live. Brian is here with us. Uh, We've got Recovery Mike with us. We've got Jamie Tall and Jody. We got some people. So we're gonna have some more people jumping in and people jumping out. This is gonna be a good time today. And if we want to have what's your comments? Comment, tell us, let you know what you are grateful for today. Let's see, Brian, jump in, brother. How you doing today? Uh-oh.
Good to be back. It's very nostalgic. But life's good, man. I've got a lot to be grateful for. I'm grateful for definitely first and foremost, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances. Because I got this thing wrong for a long time. I couldn't get out of my own way. I thought I could do it better. I thought I was smarter than everybody else. And today my life is full of opportunity. Full of relationships. I got some relationships back in my life that I thought would be lost forever. And like I talked about before I got on here, before we went live, like I'm at my dad's house. And that was a broken relationship for a long time. And the fact that I get to sit here and have the relationship based on my recovery that I've got with him today, it's powerful because, I thought for those, some of you know, my dad used to be a law enforcement officer. He was a lieutenant of our local drug task force. So the way he viewed my addiction was very critical and very harsh. And now my dad's my best friend. And I would say that's probably one of the things that I'm most grateful for. I'm having that relationship and getting to spend, tomorrow's the holidays, right? And for 15 consecutive years, I spent the holidays at whoever allowed me to come by the trap house, some rundown motel, doing what I was doing because I had nowhere to go, because nobody would allow me around based on my addiction and my behavior. And like today, I get to be a part of instead of apart from.
Amazing, Brian. We love you, man. I'm so glad that you're doing so good. And Brian actually has to jump off soon. What are you doing, Brian? Why do you got to jump off?
So I've got a couple new jobs. Just got hired at another treatment facility, and they want me to go take my initial drug test. And I also work, and this is probably one of the things I'm most grateful for as well. I now work at a correctional institution that I spent years of my life incarcerated in, helping those struggle with addiction, that struggle with recidivism and all of those things. I am the recovery coach for the drug court program in the county that I live in. So
cool.
Making a big difference and showing the guys that they can make it out, they can have a better life, that they can, make a positive change. I was, again, like I said, I was incarcerated in that facility for years, and I know how hopeless it can feel. And just me making it out of there, and now that I work in there, that shows them that recovery is possible, change is possible, and they can have a good life too.
Dude, that's beautiful. I mean, I love the fact that you're there because you know what, we're all hope dealers today, and you being at the same place that you were incarcerated at before, showing them there's a better way, showing them that there's another way. It's absolutely beautiful. I love what you're doing, and hopefully you studied enough for your analysis today. You know, been sober almost 3 years, and he had to drink 3 gallons of water before this. Just he still looks behind him when there's blue lights too. I'm telling you, you better watch out. Never goes away. Never goes away. But I love you. I'm so proud of you, dude, and all the stuff that you're doing. It's just amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, good stuff, right?
Good stuff. So I'm going to jump over to the comments real quick because we got all sorts of people in here. our friend Jessica and Tammy. Everybody loves Tammy is the spiritual gangster. She probably follows all you guys on the Tiki Taki. Spiritual gangster. She's been sober a long time. She's one of them good young. She's young. She's old timer. Good young old timer. And Tiffany, who's been with us on every single episode, is here with us today. And Katie. And who else we got? J Mac in the house, and Katie's here. We got all sorts of the peoples here. We love it, love it, love it. And we got a special treat. We're not going to do it right yet because I don't think Megan's quite ready for it yet. But we have a video that we've put together of some of our TikTok family talking about what they're grateful for. And Amber's here, and Brandy's here, and this is awesome. Krista, what are you grateful for?
I am great. I can agree so much with what Brian said. That second, third, fourth chance. But really what I'm most grateful for is the seasonal changes in my recovery and my faith. Like what I think sometimes are really hard times and how am I going to get through this? But it's actually just like a growth spurt, you could call it, but I'm grateful for those ever evolving moments and to just be able to say I'm grateful for it instead of dwelling in the hard part of it. And I'm super grateful for these platforms and being able to meet each and every one of you and just being able to share our hardest days and hope somebody might, just one person is going to take something from it. Like our mistakes don't define us, and that there is something beautiful that comes after the storm. There's always that rainbow. And I'm grateful it's Johnny's birthday, by the way. He didn't mention that. It's his birthday. And if that today did not happen, he wouldn't be here right now. So happy birthday, Johnny. Recovery is like literally number one because I wouldn't have my beautiful family. I wouldn't be able to live like not in pain every day or sick or dependent on some substance or be chained to something. The recovery's given me so much, and grateful to have a space to be able to talk about it openly and freely, our freedom of speech. And it's just all of you and all the people in the comments and just the network. And my list could go on and on.
It's so amazing because whenever you want to I do a lot of in-person meetings, right? And if you want to shorten that meeting up, you just bring up gratitude. Because you want to have a short meeting, you just come up,
Not
bring
for
up
me.
a topic of gratitude, and because it's we're taught to be humble, right? So to talk about gratitude and it's like kind of counter what we're supposed to do over here, and it's so cool, but at the same time it's really difficult, talking about gratitude. And I mean the laundry list of things that we're grateful for, but let me jump down. I'm get on a soapbox. Recovery Mike, how you doing today, my brother?
Hey, what's up, fam? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, guys. Good to see everybody on here. It's good to catch up before we hopped on. And I gotta jump right off of kind of what Brian said to begin with. I had to be really, really. I'm so grateful for mended relationships. I did not think were ever possible. It was me, myself, and I for nearly a decade. So. And that computes no communication whatsoever with my family, right? And then to finally getting to the point where the communication comes back, the trust comes back, things like that. And then now it's to the point where, looking, fast forward, 11 years later, and I've been in Delaware for 4 years and bought a home out here. And my mother and father actually live in my home with me. So they have their own section of the house and everything. And so being able to go from homeless to being a homeowner and have my family who I lost contact with for like a decade, to bring them back. And actually, my mother, asked me for guidance on something. Like, it's just, I mean, all that, it's a miracle. Honest to God, it's a miracle. It's not even like, it's beyond gratitude of what I would feel. I mean, it's a literal miracle, right? And that's all God. I'm grateful for God, man. I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful for all those changes, just like you guys said. I'm grateful to be able to sit here on this laptop right now with you guys and just being able to look at your faces, because all six of us on this screen right now, we shouldn't even be on the screen, right? So I'm thankful for the breath in my lungs that we got right now, and just the fellowship that we have and some of the relationships that we have, and just continue to watch them blossom and grow, right? And just evolve, and just watch, what we're able to do as a community, in the community, and being able to, what messages we can spread, and the people we can help, just like Krista was saying. And, that's ultimately what it's about, right? This helping that one person, being thankful, extremely grateful, just to be on the side of people that made it out, to have the opportunity to help someone else out. That in itself is huge, man. I thank God for it every day.
Mike, tell me about your fundraiser. What's going on with your fundraiser, dude?
So if everybody knows, mostly I'm a speaker. I travel and speak. I do group facilitation, stuff like that. So I have a business, Next Level Movement. That's my company. I get to speak and do these things with, and I speak I would speak for a fee and things like that. And so I was in church one day, man. I'll tell you exactly what I was in church, and I just had something struck me, man. My spirit spoke to me, man. I looked over, and someone asked me a question, and it just made me really question myself deeply, man. And I decided that moment things needed to change. And I heard God say to me, yeah, you're speaking for a fee, but I need you to speak for free. And I said, you want me to do what? You know what I mean? And how, there's bills, right? There's all this kind of stuff. And but I've been in positions before where I had to take a leap of faith, right, and completely depend on him or rely on him. And things have been, successful, and we do well. So, and now, there's speaking engagements. So, I've been traveling around kind of speaking, and speaking for free. If people feel led, if they feel led to do so, I started a fundraiser. So the goal is to get our first community kind of built up in Delaware, which is really, really needed. Recovery house built out there, one of 3 that we kind of have planned, and that's going to start with the first one in, like I said, out here in northern Wilmington, Delaware. So that's the goal. We're starting brick by brick. We're doing a certain different kind of tier levels of sponsorships and stuff, so you're actually a part of it. You're not just like, oh, that looks cool here, hopefully you guys work out. Like, you become a part of it, and like an actual founding partner of it. So so it's cool, man. So just click link, take a look. If you feel led, you feel led. If you don't, you don't. It's perfectly fine with me. So yeah.
That's amazing, Mike. Thank you. We just put the link in the comments. The link is there for Mike's fundraiser. So please go check it out and take a look, because it's a good cause, and Mike's one of our favorites here. Mike is also going to be in Charleston for Freedom Fest, January 23rd to the 25th. Which we are very, very excited about. It's going to be 12 hours over 2 days of speakers, and we're going over all sorts of awesome topics. And there's going to be a live performance, and it's going to be so cool, so fun, and it's going to be a celebration of recovery, a celebration of life, and it's going to be amazing. And Mike's going to be there. So we're very excited about it. And I think we're going to jump to this video now. So we have a TikTok meeting that we go on every morning, and we do this TikTok live, and we have gained so many friends. The community has become so awesome. A bunch of them are here in the comments right now. Megan, do you want to play this video for us if you can? And then when we come back, Jamie's going to introduce Jody, and Jody's going to introduce Jamie. We're going to have a good time. They don't know about this yet. All right, maybe we're not going to play the video. I don't know. Megan, are we having technical difficulties?
I think it's popping up.
I am grateful for my community, my friends, my family, and another shot at life with recovery.
Hi, I'm Jolene. I'm grateful that I genuinely love the woman I see in the mirror today.
I'm Jen D. This is Henrietta, and we are grateful to be alive. So today, I'm grateful for the breath in my lungs and having family that loves me. Even though they're not blood, they're mine.
I'm grateful my dad got laid or I wouldn't be here.
I just wanted to say I'm so grateful for the people that God has placed in my life.
I'm Skylar, and this is Honey Bun. We're grateful for food.
One thing I'm grateful for is my new relationship I've established with God. I'm grateful to be able to surrender to Him every day, and I'm grateful that He has not turned His back on me and that He was right there waiting for me when I was ready to surrender to Him.
I'm grateful for 18 years of sobriety, Jesus rescuing me, my family, my friends, and 18 years of recovery. Happy Thanksgiving.
That was so good. Look at it. Look at it. If it don't make Krista cry, I ain't doing it. If it don't make Krista cry, I ain't doing it. That was it. And
they're just such a big part of my life. That was just cool.
That was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Okay, so now this is gonna be fun. So Joe, who wants to go first? Joe, well, Jamie, you got to introduce Jody and say, "Hey, this is Jody." Yada yada, and then Jody, you got to say what you're grateful for, and then it's vice versa. This is gonna be a good time. Trust me.
Gotcha. Okay, so I go.
Yeah.
So okay, this is Jody from Sober Swaggy, and a lot of you guys follow him already. He talks a lot about God and about recovery and about gratitude, which is one of my favorite topics because giving thanks is a multiplier. Even biblically, it's commanded that we give thanks. Complaining is like a subtractor and a divider, but giving thanks is a multiplier. So something that I try to do every day. Super grateful today for new seasons, for sure. I think Krista was talking about that, and man, season change, so good. Family restoration. My mom and kids and sister and brother are coming here to Florida to have Thanksgiving dinner with Jody's family, so that's really cool. So we're gonna have like a big Thanksgiving, and also, you know, it's hard to say at the time about being grateful for trials and things that we go through that actually like build up our faith and our endurance and kind of like chisel out our character. But I am taking a new position in my career, which totally like I did not see it coming at all. And the people, they told me that I was qualified because of the things that I had been through in my career, that is what qualified me to be in this new position. And it was just like, wow, that's wild, you know, just being able to look back and say like, wow, God like really knew what he was doing when these things were happening and in his timing. So grateful for God's timing. Grateful to be able to take a vacation and not overdraw my bank account. That's really cool. To be able to just like, yeah, go Black Friday shopping with my mom. I'm really excited about that. As I'm sure like a lot of people in recovery, relationships with family can get very strained. And I can tell you that the one time of year that me and my mom actually get along is when we go Black Friday shopping. So I'm really grateful to be able to do that this year, because I was coming here and I was like, oh, me and my mom are going to be able to go Black Friday shopping. That's the only time that we're friends. Like, we have like this bonding every year. And then she said that she was going to come, and I was just like, wow. I mean, that's just wild. So I'm really excited about that. And let's see, cooler weather. At home it's hot, super hot here, but at home it's cooler weather. Yeah, and then basically like recovery community, so like friends, being able to just share with and support each other in the things that we have going on, in our victories, in our defeats, in our prayers, being able to like pray for each other. And so yeah, all of that.
And that's Jamie Tall.
There you go. There you go. See, Jody's into it.
I got a question though. So if you can get along with your mother one day of the year, which is probably for me, I know I hate retail, it's like the most hectic day of the year, and you get along that day, I would think you could get along every other day of the year.
I mean, we get along, but we bond. We bond
Okay.
when we go Black Friday shopping.
I was just like, wow, that's crazy. Stress. That's not with stress.
We're crazy ones who get up at like 3:00 in the morning and like
Oh
go
man.
to the mall. Yeah, that's us. We wait in the Starbucks line and then we like go to the mall. It's like a whole thing. Yep.
Okay, so Jody, what are you grateful for?
Jody.
First of all, man, I'm grateful for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. With him in my life, man, my life is very manageable today. Keeping him first and foremost in everything I do. That's the key to living a direct life is through him for me. I try to direct my traffic a lot, which is not good. So I'm really grateful for my relationship with him. I'm grateful for my relationship with Jamie and her family, and them being able to come down here. Be honest, man, I'm 48 years old, and I've never had my lady's family over for Thanksgiving, so it's like a huge big deal for all of us. I think we're really looking forward to it, and the fellowship and taking pictures and things like that. For me, man, I'm just grateful that God has helped my health here lately. It's been rough again, and I just keep ticking. I just got to keep giving it over to him. It seems like every year, twice a year. This year I've already been in the hospital for a while, and the thing is I try to make those videos to show you guys how to push and fight through, and that's just how I'm built. Just trying to keep him first, and it's always an attitude of gratitude each and every day. I'm very consistent in what I do. I try to stay locked in. I'm a real friend. If you know me, I'd like to tell you I love you a lot. You just don't never know. I'm just grateful for like my kids that they didn't turn out kind of like I did when I was their age. And today, man, I'm really grateful for being able to tell my two sons, when they ask me something or whatever, to be a father today, man, and they truly trust what I say. That's a big accomplishment for me. My mom just went through hip surgery, so we're here helping cook. I'm excited about getting in the kitchen here in a little bit, man, and just kind of, making memories and stuff like that. And my mom and dad been married 54 years, so I'm grateful for them. I'll just be honest, like I'm very grateful that my mom and dad never gave up on this old fool sometimes, And today, last year I was in Michigan at this time, was one of the worst Thanksgivings I ever had. I was by myself. And this year, man, I tell you what, God's good. It looks like it's going to be, with both sides of the family coming together, sharing love, laughter, and eating a lot of good food. So, and for you guys, man, this is a special little moment for me. Jamie told me she had something, so I was just setting her up, and then you guys invite me on to share my attitude of gratitude, and I'm very grateful for each one of you. I've known Mike for probably when I first came in recovery, and I'm like a little over 5 years, almost 5.5 years. So I've known Mike a while, and just grateful for the relationships that I've built off this app, and grateful for each one of you. So I appreciate you guys.
Oh, Jody, I love that. Love you guys. So, Jamie, you guys are set for Freedom Fest as well, right?
Yes.
I believe you might be leading us off. I mean, not that I've had anything, not that anything's done that, but you might be the first speaker. I don't even know.
Me?
That's all right. Then
Yeah.
Or him?
You.
Me?
But you better watch out. Jody's in now too. I'm telling you, it's a recipe for trouble.
Package deal right there.
It's a package deal.
I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah, I got a question for Jody. Jody, man, besides making memories, what else you making as a meal for your Thanksgiving?
Frog legs, gator, and duck.
Frog legs. Come on,
Hey,
I had an egg
Skylar, hey, I try to tell these boys, man, we from the south side of heaven.
Is it all fried?
Crazy.
We from the south side.
Mama says some frog legs.
Mama said.
Hey,
all right,
hey.
so
She's sticking with a turkey and ham.
Why are alligators always angry?
Why is that?
Because I got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Hey, I get it.
So now we are going.
going.
I told you we were going to have all sorts of special guests coming along. People were going to be coming up. Skylar Ray is here. If you guys don't know who Skylar Ray is, you are missing out. Skylar Ray is a musician. He goes around the country performing at rehabs and jails and institutions, and they let him out afterwards, which we didn't think that was going to happen. But he's done over 100 shows just free shows to different institutions, just to get out there and spread the hope of if he can do it, anybody can do it. And it's amazing. I love you, brother. I'm so glad you're here joining us. And we're just talking about Freedom Fest, so I'm going to announce right now that Skylar Ray is going to be at Freedom Fest, and he's not only going to be speaking, but he's going to be performing as well. So Mike, me and Mike are going to get some dancing shoes like Clark Griswold has in the original, the white patent leather. Ooh, it's going to be that fire right there.
Is there another mic in here? I didn't know there was another mic in here.
Skylar, we're talking about gratitude, baby. Talking about gratitude.
Okay. Absolutely.
Let's talk about gratitude.
Yeah. First of all, I'm grateful for my life today, and which means the number one thing on the list has to be my recovery. I'm grateful that I'm going to be celebrating 7 years clean coming up on December 6th. Thank you guys. It's really important to me because I remember when I couldn't go a day without using. I remember how many times I told myself this is going to be the last shot of dope. This is going to be the last time I use. And it never worked out like that. It usually was my last shot temporary when I got arrested, right? It was never quitting on my own. Even this time I wasn't able to quit on my own, but I got clean in prison. And, since then getting out, I've been able to make the right choices and string together a few enough days, which is adding up to 7 years. My life has changed incredibly, right? And so the number one thing on my list is being grateful for my recovery, because I didn't know it was possible. I didn't even want it. I just wanted to stop getting arrested and be able to chase my dreams, So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the life I live, the family I have. It's a small bunch, and not all of them are blood related, but it's my support group. It's my people that truly embrace me for who I am, my corny jokes, my mistakes, my awkwardness, right? They are there to lift me up when I make bad choices and continue to believe in me, even when I don't believe in myself. Therefore, I am, grateful for them. It truly is a game changer to be able to have them in my life. Before I hopped on this live, I was able, my lady's taking a nap. I gave her a kiss. I gave my little doggo a kiss. I'm grateful for Pound Cake. She is my baby girl. She is 4-year-old English bulldog, tiny little thing, and I absolutely adore her. So that is like my immediate family right there, right? Is my lady and my bulldog. I'm grateful that, I get a chance to celebrate. My birthday's coming up November 28th. So Jamie, make sure you go shopping on Black Friday for me because it is my birthday that day. I'm grateful because I remember when I would spend so much time in jail and prison, right? Um, that there was multiple years. I remember for like a week and a half, I saved up every single dessert I got in jail, and I put it in a Ziploc bag because I wanted to make me my own birthday cake because I never had commissary. I never had nothing. I was eating what they served me. So I remember I would save up my birthday cakes and I would make me one, little desserts one. Some would be like a brownie. And so I'm grateful today I get to be on the outside and enjoy freedom, enjoy the love from my family, and be able to kind of do what I want, right? That is a pretty cool birthday. So grateful for that. I'm getting ready to release a brand new album. It is 26 tracks. I'm having an album listening party on December 6th, which is my 7th year clean. Okay, I have my buddy flying in from the East Coast. We're going to be performing. I got all types of rehab centers coming out to support me. They're going to be in the building. It's going to be an incredible thing, right? We're going to listen to every single track. I'm going to be performing brand new things. These are opportunities that recovery has blessed me with today. I'm not eating 15 little cakes saved up that's going to make me sick, right? Because I want to do something special for me. I'm not sleeping under the bridge or sleeping on the sidewalk with a needle in my arm, right? Catching Hep C. No, 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 no. I am doing something that means a lot to me, and I'm healing my inner child that had these dreams of doing music for a living. And these are things that I'm grateful for, right? There is so much beauty in the world. Yes, the dark clouds still hang over me sometimes, but I have the opportunity and choice to move out from underneath them, right? There's so many things to be grateful for. Holidays coming up. It's a beautiful thing. Life is beautiful. And, I was really excited because I'll be honest, I almost forgot. I was about to go hit the gym. And we got Miss Barbie over here who messaged me. It was like, what about the live? And I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, what time? And I checked my calendar and I was like, oh, my God, right? So I hop on here. I see my guys. I see Brian. I see Johnny. But I am surprised to be able to see Jody and my guy Mike, right? So absolutely incredible. I am grateful for the opportunity to be on here today. Thank you guys for having me.
No,
Love
so
it, bro.
great, so grateful to have you guys here with us today, and the community that we've built, and the community that we continuously build, and so what, as far as your new album dropping and your listening party, where can people find that?
So it will be on all streaming platforms. It is titled Burnside, after the street that most of my addiction took place on. I've been arrested about 20 times in the same like 4 or 5 block radius of Burnside. It's where everything happens downtown. All the drug addiction, everything. You got the meth on one side, the crack on the other side. Because as soon as you cross Burnside, it's Chinatown. And so like you could find it anywhere. I'm actually doing pre-orders on the album right now. It has been the last 3 years of my life making music. I finally wanted to release it. I was sitting on it forever, and I'm excited to close this chapter because I felt like it was kind of stalling me out and I was trying to make it perfect. And eventually, I was like, I'm just going to release it. So I cut down all the tracks and I ended up with 26, and I was like, I can't cut anymore. So Burnside is going to be out everywhere, guys. And just a heads up, I got like 3 or 4 more albums that should be dropping this year as well. I've been making at least a song a day. I have been on fire, and it's the best music of my life. I am grateful for that. So Skylar Ray, just as you see right there, and look up Burnside. Life is beautiful.
All
Let's
right,
get
so
it.
best place to find you is Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so make sure, Megan, if you can put down Skylar's Facebook page in there. Megan also put the info for Freedom Fest in the comments. If anybody has questions about that, just go to the link there. And Jamie, best link for you is on your Facebook as well.
Yes.
What about you, Jody?
Yo, yeah, same Facebook.
Okay.
My website is soberswaggy.org. I run a nonprofit as well. So I just went full time running my nonprofit in September, and it's moving, man. It's been a blessing so far. So
That's great. We're gonna put all these links in the comments so everybody can go and find all the information on everybody here. You know, while we're here, so we've been talking about gratitude, right? You know, I'm gonna call an audible. You guys love when I call audibles, and I want to kind of ask a group question, and you know, give me your thoughts on the gift of desperation. You know, this is like the commonality between all of us, right? We've all found recovery, and it took that gift of desperation to get where we are today. Brian, before you leave, Brian, you were supposed to be gone. You were supposed to be gone at a test 20 minutes ago. Look, he says the best things when he's on mute.
That's why I came to my dad, so I'd be closer to the testing facility.
Smart.
So, no. What was the question, please? Again, what'd you say?
What are your thoughts on the gift of desperation?
The gift of desperation changed my life. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, right? It wasn't incarceration 52 times. It wasn't the homelessness. It wasn't the abscess and infections. It wasn't the shootings or the beatings or all the stuff that happened to me. It was when finally the last person in my life cut me off and said, I've had enough. I set boundaries. You've repeatedly crossed them. And then at the end of the road, right, I was the only person left, right? It was me and nobody else. No friends, no family, no loved ones. The girlfriend was gone. Everybody was gone. And I had nobody else to point the finger at but myself. And in that moment, I realized the only person with the power to change my life was me. And I would say within 5 minutes, I had booked my trip to treatment, and I haven't looked back ever since because it was just me. You know, I played the victim my entire life based on my circumstances. And yeah, some things happened, but I was a willing participant in a lot of those circumstances. And once I could finally see that and accept that, the change began.
Brian, thank you so much for being here. And like I said before, I love you, kid. And just watching you grow has been amazing. Amazing. Mike, what do you think about it? The gift of desperation.
Real quick, love you guys. I'm hopping off now. I love you.
Take care, buddy.
Good seeing you.
Yeah, no, shoot, Brian had a really a lot of good things to say. You know, and for me, I'll touch on mine and then just kind of how I think in general. But you know, like for me, my gift of desperation finally, you know, came when it was in an ICU bed with the, you know, inability to be able to walk, talk, or write, and I didn't know my name. So I literally had nothing to lose at this point, right? Like, so it was either like recover or die. Like was pretty much it. And I knew that much. And Brian talked a lot about accountability, which played a huge role in that gift of desperation. Because you can be given a gift of desperation, but it's not much of a gift if you don't open it, right? So you know, and this is what mine included, and it was you know, a date with my maker, meeting my maker, and yeah, it was more than a gift of desperation. It was much more than that to me. But in general, when I think about the gift of desperation, I think immediately of gratitude, because if I, you know, even in treatment centers, when I was working at inpatient centers and stuff, you know, I'm always telling people when they come in, like, guys, look, or whatever kind of setting, like, guys, look, you have to find gratitude in your rock bottom. You have to find gratitude in your rock bottom. It may have hurt. It may have been traumatizing. It may have been, you know, embarrassing. It may have been whatever it may have been, right? Obviously not good, of course, right? But had that not happened, you would have not made a conscious decision to change your life, right? And you would be doing what now, right? So we have to find gratitude starting at day one, at just making the conscious decision to be able to make that change, you know, and that's a big thing for me. And then, I do this kind of when I was doing some more group facilitation, a pretty cool group about, you know, people that we're grateful for and stuff like that. And that's, I think, what we've heard most of today, right, is not like things that we're necessarily grateful for. It's a lot of connection we've been talking about, and it's a lot of, you know, a lot of love, right? A lot of unity. So that's what I'm grateful for. We're not sitting here talking about cars. We're not sitting here talking about houses. We're not talking about none of that stuff, right? We're not talking about any of that tangible stuff that means nothing, right? This is all stuff that truly matters at the end of the day. Time's our number one commodity, right? So how you spend it means everything, man. And I'm choosing to spend my time with you guys today on this right now, and this is an investment in myself, you know. And it is every time anybody else does that, right? It's, you know, iron sharpens iron. You know, who are you surrounding yourself with, right? So I choose to surround myself with people like this, you know. So for you out there watching, you know, ask yourself. So yeah.
I love that. I love that, Mike. Thank you so much. And that's why I brought this. The gift of desperation ties hand in hand with gratitude, in my opinion, you know. And I'm grateful for the bad times because they led me to where I am today. You know, if I didn't have those bad times, I wouldn't have come to the program. I wouldn't have had any open-mindedness. I wouldn't have found God. I wouldn't have done anything. It was that gift of desperation that allowed me to open my eyes to the new possibilities of a new world with a new freedom. And, you know, and that's led to everything here today. So, I mean, that's why the question kind of came along. Jamie, what do you think about that gift of desperation?
That's something I wish that I could give to people.
Yeah.
To people so badly out there doing like street ministry, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, this could be your last day living like this. Do you want to do something different? And they're just like, man, maybe Monday, or you know what I mean? Maybe next week. And it's like, no, it's so frustrating. But I mean, mine was so crazy because, like, you know, I literally came into sober living because I was mad at everybody. And I was like, I had no place to live, and everybody had, like, you know, basically, like, you know, closed the door on me. And so I was like, I'm going to do this, like, get back at everybody because I'm going to, you know, get a job and get an apartment and get my kids back and all this stuff, right? And I think it wasn't until, you know, I was like 3 months in where my mom had permanently taken permanent custody of my children. And I tried to fight it, and the judge was like, well, you live in a sober living, so you're considered homeless. So for now, so this is what it is. And it was like I had a choice to make then. Like, am I doing this just for a temporary fix so that I can get these things back and be, you know, right? Or am I going to do this because I'm tired of, like, being miserable, being, like, angry that I wake up every day, you know what I mean? Because that's where it took me. It was just, I was angry every day that I woke up. And so it was like that, you know, where I was finally, like, really surrendered, you know, and really was like, I want to do something different. Like, I don't want to hurt anymore. I don't want to hurt in my heart anymore. I don't want to hurt my family anymore. I don't want to be away from my kids anymore. Like, and it was then that I really decided, like, I want to do something different, like, for me, and I want to surrender, and I want to surrender to God, and I want to trust this process. Because, you know, just because you come in a sober living, like, the funny thing about me going to sober living is that Jamie came with me, right? Like, I came with me, so all my things, you know, all my bad habits, like, they didn't leave right away. It took a little while. So yeah, that was, you know, probably the most, like, hardest, traumatizing, like we were saying, thing, you know, my mom taking permanent custody of my children when I had 90 days sober and I was trying to do something different, what it looked like, you know what I mean? It took, like, that for me to be like, okay, I give up. You tell me, God, I can't do this anymore. And I was like, I need you to help me do something different. Because I'm just hurting all the time in my heart. So that's how mine went down.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. Jody, what do you think? I mean, you're at the party now.
Yeah, I enjoy listening to all you guys' comments. The gift of desperation taught me that standing on one leg, I stand taller on one leg than I ever did with two. The gift of desperation taught me that the devil took my leg and God saved my life. the gift of desperation taught me that I had to have that spiritual awakening or something that was needing to come to me, because the thoughts of suicide and all that in the hospital for 10 weeks back in June of 2020, you know, to understand exactly where my rock bottom was, and to know now when I think back, man, the gift of desperation, to think, man, you know, I was sepsis. They didn't know if I would live. And to be honest with you, each one of you, I was ready. I was telling myself, man, I wish I could get the old fire up here, you know, to end it all. But in all reality, it was head during COVID, and I couldn't. And I'm grateful I couldn't, because I was telling myself, go to sleep and not wake up. And looking back at today, man, at my life, wow, you know, the gift of desperation that a lot of us, like Jamie said, if you could really get people to understand the gift of desperation, like it's a hard pill to swallow. You know, for me to be out when I'm in the trenches, you guys. You know, I know Skylar is, I know Mike is. You know, I'm not like I'm firsthand out there, and you just want to snatch them up and be like, man, listen to me. You know, and the thing is understanding who we are as people, understanding that they're human, and understanding that the gift of desperation for me is to know that I had to go through 27 years of that to understand who I am today. And man, what a blessing. You know, I'm just thankful that I never went through with any of those negative, intrusive thoughts. But, you know, when I shower and I go to bed, fam, it just lets me know how far I've come in life.
Amen, brother.
Jody, thank you so much, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with us. It's truly an honor, a privilege. It was a surprise, you know, and I'm telling you, God put us all here together today for the exact right reason. I love everything about it. Skylar, what do you think about this gift of desperation?
First of all, thank you guys for sharing. I think it was incredible what you guys said. I'm grateful for it, right? Because I always operated best when my back was against the wall. And because of that, you know, I'm a greedy and selfish person for a lot of my life. So if it didn't serve me, or if it wasn't something that I was passionate about, I didn't do it. What's kind of led my life to where I was at, right? Didn't want to get clean, didn't want to give up my habits, things like that. You know, you can't save someone who is unwilling to participate in their own rescue. And I wasn't ready to, right? But I became so desperate for my dreams that I've had since 9 years old. I decided to make that change, right? And I had to come to terms that my life was going nowhere. And, you know, I was desperate for a real opportunity. And, you know, I had to play the tape forward and realize that the only person that can give me that opportunity is myself. I had to look that man in the mirror and make a decision. I had to commit, and I had to double down. I had to understand what my flaws were. I had to understand what my character defects were, and I had to make sure they didn't become my shortcomings, right? So I had to understand that, you know, they say you could carry the message, but you can't carry the addict. And at the time, I wasn't ready for change. At the time, I wasn't ready to accept it. But then I realized, you know, just the little things. I saw the universe start to shift. I saw the energy and everything that was coming back because of what I put into it. And I realized that this is the life not only do I want, not only is it a life that I enjoy, but it's a life I deserve. For a lot of times I held myself down and I held myself back because I understand what my past was and what I was doing in reality at that given moment. But when I have a chance to reflect, I understand that's not the person I want to be, nor does it have to be the person that I'm going to become. And so I am so desperate, or I'm grateful for the gift of being desperate, because it made those changes in my life when, you know, I wasn't ready for it, right? But when that I felt the coals and the heat under my feet, I decided just to keep walking, even if I was tired. Even if I didn't feel like I had what it took to make it to the finish line, I kept going, you know? And then I started to reap the rewards and realize, you know what? The race is not over. I'm going to keep on doing a couple more laps. I'm going to go chill in the winner's circle. I'm going to come back and do some more laps. Hopefully, not only do I build endurance, do I build consistency through routine, right, and hard work, but maybe I'm able to inspire others and show people that, I'm no one special, but I am someone who chose to make that decision to stop. And I don't know if that would have came without being desperate. I wasn't desperate for recovery. I was desperate for my dreams. And recovery came along with it, And so, like I said, I operate back against the wall. I'm selfish. I'm greedy. I'm lazy. If it doesn't involve something I want to do, a lot of times it ain't going to get done, right? So forcing me with no other choice, I decided to stand up and take action. So, man, the gift of being desperate, it's a double-sided sword, right? Double-edged sword. But it can definitely get the ball rolling and it can motivate somebody. So whatever it takes to get your foot in the door, you take it and you run. And you don't look back unless you're looking back to see how far you've come. I'm grateful.
Okay, Skylar, you're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. And Krista, you're on mute. She always says the best things.
No, I'm on mute, and I wasn't talking on mute. So I had a lot of moments of desperation, a lot of moments, but it wasn't a gift until there was willingness. And I had to be, that's a gift too, I think. And they kind of had to combine. And I agree with Jamie talking about, wish we could just gift it to people. Like, that'd be the best gift ever. Here's your life back and more. But and also what Brian was saying earlier, it was until someone was kind of real and set those boundaries. I didn't realize it, and the people in my life didn't realize it, but I was enabled for a really long time, and everyone thought they were just making me happy, but it wasn't. It was just a cycle that just kept going and going and going and going, and nothing was changing, and it was getting worse, and it was a really hard time. I was facing my almost the rest of my life away behind bars, and I was surrounded by a lot of crazy people that did really, really bad things. And I truly believe God does not make, nothing happens by mistake. And he put certain people in my life at that time too. And some of these people who did really bad things I was in jail, and they were encouraging me to take the next step. And they're like, take the suggestions offered. They took me to my first meeting in there, and just getting a little bit of sunlight in that crack. And I could see, and it's opened so many doors. Like Skylar said, get your foot in the door. And I finally was able to see the door opening and stick my foot in there. And then my willingness, I had an open mind. My mind started opening, and it wasn't completely open in the beginning. I was still very narrow-minded. What worked for me, I didn't understand how other people weren't getting it, or I didn't see other ways of recovery. I saw the one way. I'm a one-chip wonder, and this is how it works, and why can't you do it too? But through the years, my recovery has evolved so much, and there are many ways. There's so many ways, but we really all have one thing in common, and it's God, really. It's God, and it's your higher power, but for me, it's God. And it's just that willingness has to meet the desperation, because we are desperate a lot. There are many, many desperate moments, but it's got to kind of go side and side together.
That's amazing, Krista. That's amazing. And this has been amazing. Today we're talking about gratitude. We've been talking about the gift of desperation, and gratitude is an action word. And I can talk about all the things I'm grateful for until I'm blue in the face. I have to show my gratitude today. And and I think Mike said it. We surround ourselves with the winners, right? And here I am, surrounded by a group of winners that I see all over different platforms, not just talking the talk, but they're walking the walk, and they're out there doing it, and they're helping people. And, everybody make sure that they're following on all the platforms, Jody and Jamie and Mike and Skylar. It's true inspiration. It's true inspiration. And if you're out there and you're struggling, stick with the winners. Follow these people. It's an amazing day where social media can help you in a great way. There are constantly, everybody here in these boxes want to help you get sober. We're all on a struggle bus. We all have 24 hours. That's it. And we all have a higher power. We're given the gift of a higher power that we can lean on and give things to. And, you know, and I ask God for help every day. Every day I ask God for help. And today he put me with all you guys. And that's the message from God for today. And there's my boy, Bubba. Bubba, you got to jump in here.
Happy birthday.
Bubba, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for Sober Barbie. I'm grateful for my incredible family. Grateful for my higher power. I'm just grateful for everything, man. Grateful that I was able to wake up another day today.
Let's go.
Yeah, just everything, man, honestly. I heard it's your birthday today.
Oh no, I think that's a lie.
Yeah. How you about?
That's how I got him on
deliver
here.
some stuff for you.
37,
I think it arrived
38?
behind you.
Pardon me?
I said I sent somebody to deliver some stuff for you. I think it just
Oh my
arrived
God.
behind you. Yeah, that's for me.
Yeah.
They delivered balloons while he was talking.
No, I didn't. I can't take the claim on that one. Happy birthday, my guy.
What are you about, 37, 38 now?
Thank you. I tell everybody 34, but you know, since we're almost done and nobody will be watching this late in the live anyway, I'm 48 today.
Oh yeah,
Sweet 16, never been kissed, baby.
But-
Let's go.
40. I thought 46.
But the
yeah.
fact that I've been lying and saying 34 and people believe me, I'm a win. That's a win.
You look 34.
That's a big
You don't look that old.
So, you know, I just want to thank everybody again for coming out and talking with us. There's Huxley. Hey, buddy. Huxley just had a birthday. And you know, thank everybody on in our comments and our TikTok family that sent in some videos so we could play a video that made Krista cry. And if it doesn't, I'm telling you, if it ain't making Krista cry, I ain't doing it. And you know, this has been amazing. And now, you know, I'm like doubly excited for Freedom Fest now, having us all together. And when we're together in person, how awesome is it going to be? You know, I'm so excited. And right now we're all kind of the same height. I can't wait to see who's short.
I know. I've never met any of you guys in real life, so this is cool.
You know, so
I told y'all I'm lazy. Someone's gonna have to give me a piggyback ride to the bathroom, piggyback ride to the food place.
We got people. Skylar. We got people.
so the first time people see Skylar getting a piggyback ride from Johnny walking down the street, hanging over.
Wear like a backpack.
Taking the easy route while I'm posting something motivational.
Something about the climb. Yeah, don't avoid the
Oh
climb.
man, this is gonna be so awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And you know, everybody have a great Thanksgiving. And you know, thank you everybody in the comments. Come back next week. We'll be back. And God loves you, so do we. And thank you.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Bye.
Let's
Happy
go.
Thanksgiving.